guys, welcome to another episode of Frank's Handyman. Today we're going to be fixing some drywall here in the garage and around the area on this house, as well as putting some insulation. And then we're also going to be putting some mat for the carpet that you'll see here in a little bit. But right now, these are the materials that we're going to be using. This is the mat. This is also, as I mentioned, some of the insulation that's going to go on here, and then also the drywall. Right now, he's going to be doing all the measurements for that space there, and then he's going to be opening everything up, and then we're going to start here in a little bit. This is what I mentioned right here. This is where we're going to be putting the mat as well. We're also going to be putting some carpet grippers there on the sides new, and he's also going to be doing the measurements right here. Right now, that way he's able to take them outside and then start doing those cuts that we're going to need for these spaces. But right now, he's going to be putting first the drywall section here that we need to put on here. As you see, this one's a little bit going to be complicated just because there's like 3 outlets there. So he's going to be doing, he's right now just going to be cutting the main piece, and then he's going to do all the little cuts of the outlets upstairs. And our other colleagues also going to be working here on the garage, putting those smaller pieces of drywall on those spaces that you saw that were missing. So right now they're going to start doing all the cuts and all the measurements, and then they're going to start setting everything up. Right here on this section, he had to cut the drywall a little bit back further so he would get to that piece of wood. That way they're able to drill it into that wood. You don't want to drill it into nothing. So sometimes you're going to have to cut the drywall a little bit more, even if it's a space that, you know, wasn't supposed to be cut. You have to cut it a little bit just so you're able to get to some wood. That way you're able to drill everything on, as you see right now. This piece of drywall is a little bit too high so right now he's just going to cut a little bit, like an inch of the drywall here. That way it's able to fit perfectly. And now you can see that it fit, and so now that he knows that it's going to fit perfectly, now he's going to do the measurements on putting the outlets. He's just going to measure the distance, as you see right now, from the back, and then he's going to be doing the outline of where he's going to be cutting it, and he's going to be doing this for all 3 pieces. And as you guys can see now, he has all 3 pieces cut off for it. So he's gonna come down right now and help our colleague. He already finished here that top piece, so he's gonna be helping him cut all the pieces for the insulation that he's gonna be putting on the bigger section. And they both have to put that piece of drywall up just because it's pretty heavy. So right now, as he's cutting all the insulation, he's just gonna put all the drills that are needed for this section here, where he ended up putting some new drywall. And right now what he's doing, he's just practically measuring all the length and the width that he's going to need for the pieces of insulation. And then he's going to carry those over into the insulation pieces and then cut them piece by piece. Now that they put all of the insulation, now they're just gonna check to see if the piece is gonna fit perfectly, and then they're gonna mark where the pieces of wood are. That way they're able to put all the screws on there, and then they're gonna screw this piece on there as well. Before he now drills all of the drywall here, what he's gonna do, he's gonna just remove all the older nails on there, and then he's gonna drill everything on there to put the screws. And then after he finishes doing that, he's gonna do some cleanup around the area. That way he's able to also put the mat that we're gonna be putting under the carpet here. Now that he cut some of the pieces of X's, now he's just going to do the measurements for the mat. He's going to also just mark the length and then the width as well that he's going to be needing. And then he's going to carry over these measurements outside. And then, like I mentioned, he's going to clean some of that dust off inside. And then he's going to be putting this mat. Right now, he's just going to roll it out in the garage. And then he's going to do those cuts. He's also going to put some extra carpet grippers here. As you see, this is what's going to hold the carpet down. So he's going to put some extra ones, just a double ones, so that way it just has more grip. And then after that, he's going to start spreading out all the mat. And as you guys can see, this is how it came out. Now he's just gonna put some tape and join the mats that were cut. That way, when he stretches out the carpet, it doesn't slide. And then he's just gonna stretch the carpet afterwards. And after that, that was what we did for today. Tomorrow we'll have a whole new project, so stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you tomorrow.